Hello, my name is Josh Durbin. I'm a transportation engineer at ODOT. In this video, I'll be walking through the Survey Master spreadsheet. It is an Excel-based tool designed to streamline surveying workflows. We'll cover what the tool does, how it works, and how you can use it to simplify your calculations, organize your data, and export your deliverables in a clean, consistent format. It's built with Visual Basic for applications, so you'll need Microsoft Excel to run it. While it integrates with ProjectWise Explorer, you don't need ProjectWise to use the spreadsheet. There are three main ways to open Survey Master depending on your workflow. Option 1 is from a current project. If you're working in an active project, you can go to the project folder and open the file located in your 300 survey data reports folder as such. Option 2 is from the OHDOT workspace. If you navigate to O3 standards, you can find the latest version here. Your third option is that you can also download the most up-to-date version directly from the ODOT website. So, when you first open the spreadsheet, you'll land on the Report tab. Once it's open, it's important to go ahead and check that you are on the latest version of Survey Master. You can do this by selecting the About button at the top right. This will produce a small window where you can view the version. The Report tab is your central hub. It has green buttons that link to all major features and tabs, and it is important to begin filling out general information about your project before proceeding to any other tabs, as this will set up a lot of your calculations that will work in the background for you as you input all of your data. So here we have a Report tab with most of our general information filled out now, and I will demonstrate a few more things that will try to automatically fill in for you. It is very important to select your coordinate system. For the Survey Master, it supports state plane and OCCS. And as you can notice, at the bottom, it will start to unhide any tabs that pertain to your kind of project. Now that we are in state plane, you can see our grid to ground multiplier and our origin of coordinate system field for you to fill in. We're going to go ahead and switch now to OCCS. And you can see that the tabs at the bottom also adjusted for the type of project. Next thing to fill in is to make sure that you are using the correct units. The units here that you choose will be your final units for use elsewhere. Next, let's go over our row of green buttons. These buttons launch automated tasks and open specialized tabs. They will help you quickly access tools for survey-related actions. Starting off, we have the O-Row Monument Template button. This button opens the O-Row Monument Table tab. This tab also lets you export O-Row data into the proper format to use elsewhere outside of Survey Master. The next tab is the Easement Table. Clicking this button opens the Easement Table tab where you can manage and review easement data. The next button is the Make Plan Note G105. This button opens a pre-filled form to help you create a standard plan note. You can copy and paste this note directly into your project's general notes file for more consistency. So once every field is filled out, copy plan note to clipboard, and then you can paste it wherever you need. The next button is Create Level Run Sheets. This button can generate up to 20 tabs for entering and calculating level run data. The data you enter here will flow into your Final Coordinates tab, which will then compile and export your final results. Lastly is the Seal and Certify button. This button takes you to the final tab where a surveyor can digitally sign the document to officially approve it. So before going to this tab, it will require a few entries from the user. And once confirmed, it will take you to this tab. Now, once signed, the sheet is locked, and any changes after that will break the signature and require recertification. And this tab is also formatted for single-page printing. Moving on from the Report tab, we now have the Owners tab. The Owners and Mail List tab is where you manage parcel information for your project. It uses the data you enter to automatically generate formatted letters to notify property owners about upcoming work. Inside this tab, there's a built-in Word document called Survey Master Mail Letter. This is the default template used to create property notification letters. This tab will require the user to fill in many different fields that will be used throughout your Survey Master Mail Letter as it generates letters for property owners. So in this file, we have test information inputted, as well as a row for a hypothetical property owner. When you click the Create Property Letters button, the embedded Word document opens in the background. The spreadsheet fills in details like the owner name, parcel number, project information, then creates a separate letter for each property owner. All letters are saved as PDFs in a folder you choose during the process. Want to use your own letter format? Download the embedded Word template and make any edits, like changing wording, formatting, or adding a logo. Then, before clicking Create Property Letters, check the box labeled Select Custom Template Location. So now, when prompted, browse to your custom file, and the spreadsheet will use that version instead of the default. Next, we will be going over the import tabs to the Survey Master. First one we will be trying out is the import GNSS average. To use this, you navigate to the tab and then click the Import GPS Coordinates button at the top. The user will then be prompted to select the units that they are importing. It is important to note that the Survey Master spreadsheet works best when the CSV file imported is formatted as such to have the point name, date, time, then your northing, easting, elevation, and code. After importing, you will see Point Template RTN GNSS Project Control Monument Coordinate Analysis tabs that pop up, and these tabs will have averaged all of your data for you for use later in our Final Coordinates tab. The next Import tab is the Import External Coordinates tab. This tab is used for importing external coordinates that you do not need to process through the GPS import. This tab works the same way, where it will prompt the user to specify the units that are being imported, and then the user can navigate to their file. Lastly, we have the Final Coordinates tab. This tab is one of the most important parts of Survey Master. It's where all your data comes together for export. This tab organizes, tracks, and formats final coordinate data for use in external tools like OpenRoads Designer. A few details about this tab is that you can see that your final units are specified as US survey feet, and if you navigate back to the Report tab, it is taking it from the units that you specified earlier. Once all information has been imported or inputted through your input tabs or your level run sheets, you can go ahead and click the Compile Final Coordinates. Doing this will run code that will collect all of your information and populate it. Once everything is compiled, key data points become clickable, so you can trace them back to their original source in the imported or level run sheets. And if you want to see a little more of the math behind the numbers, you can toggle the detailed view to show extra columns with calculations and unit conversions used to generate the final coordinates. Lastly, when you're ready to export, you can choose from two options: the Export Final Coordinates button and the Export Aerial Coordinates button. Both generate formatted files ready for downstream engineering workflows. Export Aerial Coordinates will provide more specialized files, while the Export Final Coordinates is a more generalized export used for importing to OpenRoads Designer. And that wraps up this quick demo for the Survey Master spreadsheet. More information can be found at our link to the Wiki help documents and videos, where a PDF will be provided as well as videos.